Hey guys, it's Kaz here, and today I'm going to be talking about some art supplies that I got recently. When I say recently, I mean over the past several months. So I did my journal video, and in there I mentioned a page on Hills of Newark, which is a local art shop to me, which I didn't know existed, and then I did, and now I like to go in there every 3-4 weeks, have a little look in there, because I always thought that local art shops are going to be super crazy expensive, but it's actually really decently priced, and a lot of things go on sale because they're getting rid of old stock, getting new stock. So I have a bunch of stuff to talk about. Let's just jump straight in. First of all, I'll talk about these Daler Rowney oil pastels. These were 50p each. So on the first trip I got a handful, on the second trip I got a bunch more. But I bought these because I wanted to get into oil pasteling. I watch a YouTuber who does oil pastels. I can't remember his name right now because it's really weird. And I just really enjoy watching his work. So I wanted to get into it and give it a go. And because these were 50p each, Daler Rowney, I thought, boom, let's give it a go. My battery just died, so I googled the guy. The YouTuber I'm talking about is Black Bean CMS. So he does loads about oil pastels. And in between buying like the first half of them and the second half, I also picked up some Crayola, because he always talks about Crayola and being a really good brand, and these weren't from the Hills of Newark, but they were from Home Bargains, and they were only £1.49. so obviously I was like, £1.49 for this many oil pastels? Yes please. They are all pretty bright colours, which is why when I went back to Hills of Newark I got some more of these ones, sort of darker, more earthy colours, because I like doing natural sort of pictures. A few quick examples. This was done just with the Crayolas when I first got them, and I thought they worked pretty well. I'm not by any means any sort of oil pastel artist. This is like the first picture I ever did with oil pastels. So if you ask me if they blend well or if they're good or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, I thought it was pretty decent, and you could scratch off the top to give a bit of texture. And then over here, this one also has a lot of the Daler Rowney, and yeah, I thought it worked alright. Is that a good blend in the background? I don't know, but it worked for what I wanted it to do. Speaking of oil pastels though, the black and the white on here is not either of these. So when I was at Hills of Newark, I saw this in the window, and Senelia, always I have known that it is the fanciest, best, blah de blah. They're only £7 5p, and this is the metallic range. I'm not normally massively keen on metallic stuff, but for £7 5p I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy that just to give Senelias a go, because I've never used them before, and they're so creamy. So it comes in this packet, and as you can see most of them are metallic-y stuff, but we do have the black and the white in here, which is obviously really good to have as well. I have used these a little bit, so I tried them out on this black paper, just like a little example. This is the colours, you can see this shimmery shimmer, and I did an eye with them. They're really creamy, as you can see, you can blend them out really far. And then I also did a bird in here, there we go. I did this guy, shiny shiny. So yeah, these are really nice and blend out, and when I saw them I couldn't say no for £7 5p. These are normally like £20, £25, madness. So yes, that was a good time. Although to be fair, while I'm here, not even an art supply, but because I've just pulled these out, I found this for like £2 in a charity shop, and it has oil pastels in now, so I always like to look for charity shop buys to put things in. I'm a connoisseur of the supplies and also the things that you put the supplies in. Here's another picture that I did with the oil pastels as well. It's meant to be like a cityscape, and then it's a window, and then there's rain on the window. It doesn't quite say that, I don't think, but it was alright. Moving on from oil pastels, because this is a very new venture for me, so I like it though. What you doing? Hey, Bigs. Big, what is it? No, not the camera, you silly sausage. I also picked up some of these Derwent tinted charcoals. This is still mucky because I was using it with this, which is the white art graph. It's like a white chalk that's also water soluble, and it's very messy, and that's why these are all covered in white stuff. But yeah, these are charcoal pencils. These were only £1.5p, they were half price, so I got a couple of colours. I went through and had a little scribble of all of them and saw which ones I vibed with. It's got sunset pink, forest pine, lavender and sand. I did think when trying them quite a lot of the colours looked quite similar, so I thought if I get one of each of these quite different ones, they sort of do the vibe of a lot of them. You can't really see, but I did use them on this. It doesn't even fit into the picture, but well, this white tree is what I was using the art graph white with, that's why it was so messy and wet. And then I did use 2 of those charcoal pencils in the grass bit, but I hadn't bought the other 2 because I got them on 2 different trips. In here, most of this is actually done with the Derwent XL charcoal and graphite things as a painting, but with charcoal. It's a random little thing I did. And then the only other sort of supply I got for myself was this little pencil sharpener, because it was only 13p. Well, it's not the pencil sharpener, it's just a tip sharpener. Sharpen the tip of your pencil. But potentially could use them with the Inktense blocks to scrape off some of the colour to use as a paint. I don't know, I haven't really used it yet, but it was 13p. I thought, you know what, chuck that in, why not? But let's move on to paper, because I did get quite a bit of paper, because for some reason I have thousands of papers, but I also am always drawn to the paper. Like, oh, paper, let's buy some more for no reason, I've got loads. But I did. So first up, I just got this little sketchbook, really small, really portable, so I can take it with me if I go anywhere and do some artwork. So hopefully that'll be pretty decent. I picked up these sheets. So first of all, I have these pastel papers. 20 sheets for £2. I thought that was pretty decent. I have red, have a light grey colour, sort of a mid-tone greeny grey, have a black, and I have a light blue. There was a bunch of these with loads of different colours. I just gravitate towards darker, dingier colours more, so that's where I went with these. Since filming the video, I have used one of these grey bits. I did this picture in pastels, and it's based on this picture I took in Norway. Similar vibes, but I didn't go for it completely. I also picked up this watercolour pack. It's 15 mixed sheets. It's only £3. This is A3 sheets. So we've got the Bockingford tinted green, we have the Winsor & Newton Cotman 90 and the Winsor & Newton Cotman 140. So I picked this up just because I like trying different watercolour things. I don't have a specific brand I lean towards. I'm not all about the expensive stuff or whatever. But this was only £3, and as I was flicking through, I saw the Bockingford tinted green is £2.92 per sheet on its own. So I've already got my money's worth just there. But yeah, I've not used any of these yet, but they're there to use and hopefully will be good. And then last but not least, I have this. This is the Paint On Techniques Gris A3 paper. It's grey paper. I like toned paper. I picked this up again at a different time as the other ones. I have a swatch page here, has a bunch of different things on. We've got the Inktense, the art graph, the blocks and the pencils, the Inktense. I have some of the oil pastels. This is when I only had 6 of the Daler Rauner oil pastels, but I have more now. They're not in here. I have some paint pans, dual XL blocks. I have the graphitint paints and the pencils and all sorts of different things on here. And then I just have one picture in here that I've done so far, and this is, where was it? York. In York there is a park and it has a building in it, and then I did this. I can't even get it all in, but there's the bottom of it. Oh, let's move this. It looks like this. And again, this was done mostly with the XL blocks because it's when I first got them. And I believe the bottom like greeny bit is the Inktense pencils, if I remember correctly, and some of the drawing on the top. So yeah, that is my art haul from my local shop, my local art shop. It's nice to go in and have a wander and be able to see the products in person, and like with these I got to scribble on a piece of paper and decide which colours I actually wanted, which looked the best. Same with the oil pastels. And then also you get bargains like this. So if you have a local art supplies shop, go and have a look at it. If you don't have a local art supplies shop, Google it, because you might have, because I didn't know that I didn't. So there we go. Hopefully I'll be doing some more art videos in the future. Maybe 2 or 3 times I've started doing a scroller box video and then I never get around to finishing it because I do the opening, and then when I'm in the mood to actually make the art, I just don't film it. But hopefully I will more recently. So yeah, there we go. That is my art haul. Let me know down below if you enjoy any of these things. It's very oil pastel and charcoal heavy, which is kind of funny because they're 2 very recent things I've started doing. But yeah, let me know down below. And if this is your first video by me, maybe check out some of my others. I have a few scroller box unboxings and arts on here if you're more interested in the art side. I do also talk about books. And yeah, if you enjoy it, subscribe if you want, and I shall see you later. Bye.